One, one, two. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never, business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, we airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming our music keeps you moving. What are you doing? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby. I'ma make you love me, baby. Talking crazy ain't gonna get you nothing but choke. And that jealousy is only gonna leave you broke. So the only thing left now is God for these cats. And if you know you too hard for these cats, I'ma win cause I'm too smart for these cats. While they making up facts, you making up flat.
Alright, let me tell you that. I think it's too explicit for y'all. I don't think y'all ready for it, man. You guys are not ready for it. What are you ready for? All right. Well, how about some Voltron and some Decepticons? What is this? What is this? It's a Lego Mindstorm, right? So when I did my bid up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I treated it like a prison sentence. I did not want to go up there, but I had to re-up on my bank account because I was running low. I was on fumes, so I had to hurry up and get my money. And to keep myself occupied before and after work, I decided to learn a new programming language, hence F sharp. All right. I mean, I was going to learn a language regardless, whether it was a natural language like I know a little bit of Spanish, but I was going to do something with my time because I treated Pittsburgh like a prison sentence, and I was going to better myself for being in an environment that I was not happy in. And I guess that's what you have to do. I guess when you're in a particular environment where you are not happy, you try to get the best out of it, and at least that makes sense to me. It's logical to me. So yeah, so what I'm about to do, I'm going to give a short little intro. It's been a while since I did this, but this Decepticon, right? This Voltron, this Lego Mindstorm. I was in I was walking in the mall in Miami, and I had my girl at the time with me, and walked past this. I was approaching this Lego store, and I'm like, "Bae, come here." I grab her hand. I ran inside the store. I'm like, "Whoa, I know I could program these Mindstorms. I don't know anything about it, but yo, I'm getting ready to go to Pittsburgh. I want to learn some F sharp, and I'm going to apply it towards some robot, and I'm going to break whatever belief system people have about a functional language, aka or hence F sharp, being for just statistics, mathematics, research. Man, I'm breaking that barrier down, man. This and that's another thing I'll probably give a talk on is yeah, and I really believe this, and I'm not going to keep my mouth shut at all. Is I'll turn this off. Is the powers that be? Let's turn it off. Let's power it down. The powers that be, I sincerely believe this. And you can call me crazy. I've been called that a lot, but they they don't they don't want you to make hella money. They want to keep you down. They want you to believe that anything that can get you, into upper middle class, you're not smart enough to do it, right? And for the most part, they want you to believe that your place is entertainment. Your place is putting your lips on a microphone or playing with a ball really well, right? Really good, whatever the right grammar is. And they don't want you to realize that software development is an art. They don't want you to know that, right? They, they let you know software development is an art. Oh shucks, all women are going to come in. The people that think differently. People from all walks of life are going to start coming in, and they're going to start showing mainstream perspectives that they never even knew were even possible, possibilities that they never even knew were possible. right? So the media's job, the powers that be, their job is to keep software development away from people like you and I. Right? They don't want you to know about it. Why? Because when we get in, we're going to do damage, right? And we're going to move the industry forward. And they're not ready for that because this industry is lethargic. The people that run everything in this world are lethargic. They don't believe in change. They believe in stability. And that's why we have to do some damage, Me and this Decepticon. Oh, all right. So I'm done with my sermon, but I believe that, man. They're going, yes, software engineering, it's all about, you have to know math and you have to understand physics and all that stuff. And some of that is true. I mean, you need to understand the hardware. You need to understand, it's best that you understand memory allocation, right? It's best that you understand big O notation, right? But at the end of the day, the more you feed your fire, the more this spark that you have turns into a flame, and then you keep feeding it, and you keep feeding it, and it turns into, at the end of the night, a raging fire. Then you're gonna pick up all that just based on your demonstrated hunger, right? And don't let them hold you back. That little intro song that I played, man, that's I dedicate that to the haters, the mainstream, right? Because they don't want people that look like you and I, or people that are just different, people that lack testosterone. They don't want them to dominate this space, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to literally change the face of this industry. So let me turn back on this Decepticon, right? And I really like the intro, man. It's like, it gets me ready in the morning, man. I try to motivate myself every morning. Go ham. All right. So while this thing is powering up, it's been like almost a year since, well, 9 to 12 months since I messed around with this. But this is a Lego Mindstorm. Yeah, the Decepticon Power On. It's a Lego Mindstorm. And there's a really good video. I don't know the link, but YouTube C Sharp or Windows 8 Lego Mindstorm. And you should be able to find a video. It's on Channel 9. That's Microsoft's channel for videos, in which they do a really good presentation on Lego Mindstorm and the libraries and what a brick is, etc. So look that up. I'm not the technical authority on this right here at all. Honestly, I'm not a technical authority on a lot of things I talk about, but that's not going to stop me. All right, so what do I want to talk about? All right, so look. All right, Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. They didn't have to do you like that, but they did. All right, so let's let's. Where's my yeah, it's in my console.client. All right, yeah. So yeah. All right, so look, this is the entry point of the program, hence the attribute entry point. This is the F sharp program, and this is the client code, right? And so essentially, let me go back to, oh no, I'm not going to go back to me. Essentially, we define the exit code because it's a lot more readable if we return something that says exit code versus, returning just an arbitrary zero. And they're like, what the freak? What is a zero? But it doesn't matter. There's this notion of a brick, right? That this Lego Mindstorm relies on, and we have to define the type of communication. Yeah. We have to define the protocol that's going to be used, which is, in this case, I have this hardwired to my machine via Bluetooth. Yeah, and I know for a fact I copied and pasted this code because I don't understand what I'm looking at. But that doesn't matter. If I take time, I can figure it out. All right, and so we define that 0 means success, and that we have this brick object, right, in which we pass into this constructor of our brick object the communications protocol that we are going to use. And this right now we're using a USB. Supposedly this supports Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, but I spent a whole day and a half trying to get this Bluetooth and Wi-Fi work, and it didn't work for me because I guess I'm not smart enough. So I just wired it up. I hardwired it via Bluetooth. All right, and we take this brick and we start invoking operations on it. All right, the first thing we have to do, the very first thing we have to do, the prerequisite is we have to connect it, right? And everything is async, right? We're dealing with the outside world, and unfortunately, the outside world isn't guaranteed to give us a response that we like. So we have to always assume that we can be disconnected with the outside world. We can always assume that there's going to be some type of lag with the outside world. And as a result, we account for the outside world not being within our internal controlled environment. Oh, I like the way I said that. All right, and that's it. So we connect the sync, we move the sync, we speak the sync, and we use this thing called a computation expression. I still struggle to articulate what a computation expression is, but you can leverage it as an alternative to aspect-oriented programming, and you can leverage it for asynchronous programming. I hope I said that right. Consult Mark Seaman or Scott Vlashin or Tomas P., whatever his last name is. I keep butchering his last name. Or any other thought leader within this F-sharp domain, and they can provide better guidance and direction. And make sure you support them. You don't have to support me yet because I'm not them. I'm not a master. I am a student. But anyway, you can run this. In this case, we run synchronously because we want this whole operation to complete before we move on to the next instruction to execute. Yeah, all right. And at the end, when we connect, and then when we move, and then when we make this Decepticon talk, then we can go ahead and exit out. Yeah. So I like the way I said that. All right. So, yo, this is it. All right. This is my Voltron. This is my Decepticon. This is a Lego Mindstorm. All right. So what happens when let's go back to the program. All right. So what happens when we run this? All right. It's wired. I need to put a pause in here, but well, it might take a little bit of lag. Oh shoot! What the freak? Oh, okay. We gotta set this console as startup. Set a startup. All right, and then we can look at it. Hold up. You see that? So let me do it one more time. Oh, what? It's weird. All right. So if I go ahead and run this. That's the code that I just executed, and it just did something. It just moved some motors, and it tooted a horn. Why is it so hard? Yeah, so why is it so hard for me to position? So let's dig into it. When we look into the actual operations, this connect to sync, move a sync, speak a sync, right? Maybe I should call it horn async, but this is the actual logic that's used, and we see that we connect. Yeah, this is the API, right? So brick is already defined within the Lego Mindstorm software development kit, and all that stuff is done for us. This connect async and this turn motor at power for time async, and you have the motors that you define, and you have the power, and you have some value that probably represents what is this? I don't know what that means. I'm not an expert. And then you have the amount of time, aka duration, and then you have a break enabled. I don't know what that means either, but yeah, I didn't really do any research when I didn't prepare for this video at all. The only preparation that I did was I went to my closet and I grabbed this Lego Mindstorm Decepticon. That's it. So a lot of things I can't tell you about, but yo, I expect you to be a professional student or a professional, so you figure it out, and you probably learn a lot more about how this thing works than I do. Because I just did it so I could get some exposure to F sharp as a tool to help me learn. That's why I bought this. That's it. And it was expensive. I spent like damn near $400 on this. But you know what? My investment in me is priceless, and you should have the same mentality too. Ugh, all right, um, uh, so we can mess around with some variables, right? So we could like instead of this, if I play this again, you'll hear like that's at max. That's at volume 100, right? We could cut it down to like 50, and this is what it's gonna sound like. Let's play that, right? Oh, I didn't notice much of a difference. It sounded a tad bit lower, but it wasn't like really distinct. We put it at 20 and play it. Yeah, that's a big difference. And lastly, we'll put it at 5, and we'll go back to 100 later. Yeah, so the sound of the motor is actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Actually overwhelmed the sound of the horn itself. We put it back to 100, and there we go. And we also have control over the frequency. I think the higher the frequency, the higher the pitch. So this is at 1,000, right? But what if we do like 10,000? And we go ahead and play that. We play that. I don't even know if that was even like hearable. Hearable word. I don't even know if you could even hear that on your end. But it was really, really high pitch. I'll play it one more time. Yeah. So that was at 10,000. We could do 5,000, and you should get a different pitch, different frequency of sound. And we do that. So I can hear it on my end, but depending on whatever goes the implementation details of the software that I'm using and the hardware on my side that's putting out the signal to some server, and then the hardware on your side that's interpreting that signal. I don't know if you heard that, but we turn back to a frequency of one. Yo, hold on. Why aren't you changing? Go back to a frequency of 1,000, and it goes back to a frequency that we could definitely hear. Yo, I thought I ran this. Run. All right. So the duration is that's the amount of time that we do this for. So we could do like 10,000 milliseconds, which is essentially 10 seconds, and we can do that. So we go like, oh. I feel like that was longer than 10 seconds, but anyway, so there's different. Oh yeah, there's power too. I'll cut that power down to 30. Ugh. And 10 seconds is a long time. Let's do 5. And do that. This is power of 30. Oh, what the freak? I hit play. Hold up. Oh. So you see how like the noise was a lot louder, and that the sound of the motor, it was a lot lower, right? Which is why we heard the horn like very. We heard the horn came out very distinctly. If I could say distinctly as a word, I'm struggling with my vocabulary. The sound of the horn was more distinct. That sounds better. And so that was when we put the power at nearly a third of its full capacity. And then you also have the motors, right? And I need to do my homework. I guess this is in I don't know what this means, but apparently this means both motor B and C. And in C sharp we would do ampersand ampersand. I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't really dug into this part of F sharp, but you're a student. You want to learn, you can look that up. And because I don't care about it right now, I just care about satisfying my goal of pumping out a video once a day because I was inspired by John Sanmez to give back. I was also inspired by falling asleep almost every single night to what's his name? What is his name? Something Cardone, the 10x rule. And so I've been slowly trying to reprogram myself to produce at 10x versus I think my 2x. So Grant Cardone, yeah, that's his name. It's funny how like when I start thinking about other things, then the daemon threads in the back of my mind says, "Oh, we found the answer you're looking for. It's Grant Cardone. I think it's Grant Cardone. Yeah, author of the 10x rule and if second you're last or something to that degree. Good book. I recommend it. It inspired me to start doing videos like this, right? And that's it. So if you I brought this thing out of retirement, but I'm not really interested in this right now. Maybe if I might go to like Dade County public schools, and I might try to take a day to encourage their children to learn about robots and how cool it could be to get into programming. Maybe I'll do that, right? Even reach out to the Urban League. Yeah, I need to give back. I've been taking so much. I'm so selfish. The Urban League actually put me on my first job. I went to the Urban League in my black suit, black tie, looking rough and rugged, and they put me on with Rockwell Automation. I did 7 years up there, and I was programming. I was actually responsible for software testing and writing automated test scripts. And then when I graduated college, which I was not meant to do, that was not part of my life plan. My life plan was to work in construction or be a gas station clerk. Um, I started working on the IDE for programmable logic controllers that somewhat related to this right here, but controls the factory floor to produce wonderful things such as like help robots build cars or help pharmaceutical companies pump out pills so that we can continue having this world of zombies walk around sedated. But yeah, that's a little history about myself. That's it. Oh yeah. How do you turn this thing on? Hold up. Yeah. Turn off. You turn it off? Oh, hold up. How do you turn it off? This is how you turn it off. You see you probably can't see it. But red means danger. It's powering down. It's Decepticon. All right, so that's it. And today is Saturday. Today is Saturday morning, and there's a Marlins ball player that died in a horrific boat accident. And people are reaching out saying, "Yo, let's get on our motorcycles and let's meet up at the parking lot at the Marlins Stadium, baseball stadium. Let's ride out from there in honor of this baseball player." And I just want to ride my bike, but it's an unfortunate situation for anybody, regardless of if you're a celebrity or a professional athlete. But I love riding my bike, and I love being around people that share the same interests that I have. I like people to listen to the videos that I'm pumping out, all 5 of them, because apparently we're into the same thing. And That's it. So, yo, I'm out. My name is Scott Nimrod. I'm trying to encourage people to get off on software engineering. Forget software development. This is software engineering, man. We engineer software where I'm from. And yeah, I'm Scott Nimrod. Employers, I'm available for hire. I specialize in test automation. I specialize in software testing. I specialize in application development. I do mobile development. I even bring in Xamarin into my mobile development. I do WPF development. I took a WPF certification. And I'm an IMD catalyst to get your developers to be professionals and to actually perform. The majority of y'all are low performers. You bring me in, man, I make people better. That's what I do. They're going to hate on me, but at the end of the day, they can't deny me. So that's it. I'm Scott Nimrod. I'm here in Miami Beach by way of Cleveland, Ohio, and I am out. I am in flow. Let's go. All right. Peace. Adios. Te veo a ratito. All right.